25 EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Sacramento Condors and the Mexico City Diablos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready. 8, read, check 56. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. And go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go, D. Shift. Hey, check 24.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And what a big-time play there. 56 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go now. Right there, 56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On 3rd down, Hilliard. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. He'll look to throw here, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 90, more. I'm coming. Hey, watch it, watch it. You're out. Out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, switch hands. I 7, let's go.
2nd and 9 now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Fox try. Right, 64, weak.
49, check 49, check 49.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. They bring their punter out there now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cut. You go tight. Hard. You got tight right there.
2nd and 11. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Ridley. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a give, right side. Hilliard. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Down. 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that butt fell in pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Buzz. Go, go. Stand, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Oh, here we go. Oh,
2nd and 10. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
36.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Who's that?
Mike 9, Mike 9. Bang L, bang L, bang L. Hey, protein spill. Check, lock it.
Kill.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Hilliard. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Hilliard, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Gay's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Buddy up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Hilliard. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
10 more there and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Matthews the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check 43. Gone. Under.
Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a gain there of 11 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Tighten up.
Now they try the right side here. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go, baby.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
66. Bullet, cross, and go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
He's crazy. He's checking.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Check it back.
80 reps it.
Switch. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Switch it.
Delta. Hey.
Showing it.
They'll try the right side here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Hilliard. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Switch. Keep it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm here all day. Back.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On 2nd down, Hilliard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Rush in. Check it up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now, as you noted.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's was a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first down, it's Bowman, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Check. Fresno. Kill. Recon, 132 fight. Hayward. Slam.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go now. 70 Andrew. 59. Mike Harper. Checked up.
They'll look to throw here. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, they'll run. It's Hilliard. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. 2nd and 9 now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Check. Check 59, Mike. Mike. Mike 59. Here we go, here we go. 61. Let's watch. Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll drop the throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And a give this time to the tailback. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off.